Hello, Potato. The hot days of summer march inexorably closer. Actually, I'd say the hot days are already here, but it's not technically summer yet, at least not when I'm recording this. I'm not 100% sure when this video is going to be released, but I need to get my backlog of carnival and camping kits built for my summer Lego displays. So I am pre-recording some of these. I have no idea when this will be released. So if you notice like continuity errors in the background, that could be why. So today I'm building what I think is the last of my backlogged camping kits, also the largest, and that is kit 31108, the Creator 3-in-1 Caravan Family Holiday. Now, much like I commented on the Holiday Camper Van, kit 60283, when I built that, not a term we use frequently in the US. We don't tend to call these caravans, and we don't tend to call vacations holidays. But here we are. Either we didn't get Americanized packaging for this set like we did for the Holiday Main Street versus Holiday High Street kit last year, or perhaps somehow these just were shipped here by mistake. Although online it does refer to this as Caravan Family Holiday on the US site. So I'm going to assume they just didn't rename it for the US. Figured we could sort it out. Now, being a Creator 3-in-1, this actually has a couple tempting options. I mean, so it's supposed to come with instructions for the basic, which is the truck and trailer. Also, I want you to notice here, that canoe. If you remember when I built kit 31138, the beach camper van, the surfboards in that kit were this like exact construction. So they look like kayaks. Here you go. They are, or at least they're canoes. They're not meant to be surfboards, but that is literally 95% certain that's going to be the exact same build as the surfboards in the beach camper van set. Now, this kit originally came out in 2020. I know for a fact that I picked it up at Costco back in 2020. Came out, I think, in September of 2020, so just past the camping season, or at least what I would consider the like prime camping season. Although, you know, in California it stays hot into October, so not necessarily past the prime camping season. Also, I mean, it was 2020. If you recall, there were some issues in 2020, so maybe this was meant to be released earlier than September, but it just didn't make it. But I said there were tempting things in this. First of all, I like the lighthouse. It's a cute little build. It doesn't fit my display, so we definitely won't be doing that. But I am torn between the truck and trailer and the like the more RV style version. I think that this actually looks really nice. I feel like it's not going to use. I feel like it's not going to use like any of the pieces for that though, really, because there's a lot of orange, red, and yellow there, and there's not a lot of that in there. So I feel like there's a lot of leftover pieces if you choose this one. Plus, I did just build the Holiday Camper Van. Kit 60283, which is essentially the same style design. Maybe not as nice overall, but the same sort of RV, like over the top of the cab sort of a thing. So I think we are going to go ahead and build the default truck and trailer version. Also, I think that just seems like it's going to use more of the pieces. It feels like both of these are going to be skipping a lot of stuff. So yeah, well, this is also, yeah, like I said, I think I said that at the beginning, this is the biggest of my camping backlog. I think I have bigger in the carnival backlog, but this is the biggest of the camping one. 766 pieces, which is not huge. It's sub 1,000, so it's not like an atrociously large build, but this should take a while. Maybe we'll maybe take a break between. I'm sure these will be two different sections. Maybe take a break in there. I don't know. Maybe just press on through. Now this is not a thumb punch box. We do actually need to get the box cutter out here and cut the tape. So yeah, this kit's been sitting here since 2020, waiting for me to build it. Honestly, even in 2020, I built the holiday, the summer display. I still wouldn't have built this then because it didn't come out until September rather, and by that point I would have been getting ready to take it down and put up the Halloween display. So it still would have sat there till at least 2021 before getting built. So it's not I mean, I'm not going to say it hasn't sat around for a while, but it would have sat around for at least a year anyhow. So we can get you kind of back there. There we go. And let's look at our bags. I'm assuming the bags will be in the order they need to be for the one on the front anyhow. It's usually how these work. Got 4, 1 and 2 over here, 3. So I think we're doing 4 sections. There's 3, there's 3. There's 2, and there's 2, and there's 1. So I'm guessing 1 is going to be that tree with the bluebird on it. Now, do we have stickers? I'm not seeing anywhere on the build there in the picture that should necessitate stickers. I am feeling like I'm going to need to modify my camping display to be waterside, just because we have a little fishing setup here. I have the beach camper van and the sun surfer, which are both kind of meant to be at the edge of the sea. I have one of the kits, one of the sets in the camping collection came with a boat on a trailer. So I feel like I may need to modify the display somehow to add in more water, because this is clearly right up on the water's edge. It's got a cute little build for a fishing pole and a fishing pole holder, which is, I think, neat. So we don't get 3 books with this one like we did with the beach camper. We get 1 book, which really has all 3 builds in it then? Yeah. So is it going to be like old style Lego, like when I was a kid, where they only gave you 1 set of instructions and the box just showed you things you could build if you wanted to figure out how to build them. Of course, you couldn't like go on the internet or anything back then. Some old kits here. What do we have that's interesting? I think that would have been good to use as a food truck. I would need to modify those wheels though. I don't want like a food monster truck. That's a pretty kind of pitiful looking dragon there. I like that one mostly for the little rocket ride out front there. I know they've been doing those on Lego.com with the VIP points where you have to like. I don't like that though. I don't like spending VIP points to buy an item, because at least, you know, in the store, if I get a free item with purchase, I get VIP points, I get the thing I purchased, and I get the promo item. As opposed to buying things just with VIP points, I'm spending my future discount. I don't get a kit with the promo kit, and yeah, I just don't care for it. Kind of wish I'd gotten that one. That's nice. All right, so the build we're going to do is 183 steps. It'll give us the truck, the trailer, a tree and a bird, and a little picnic table next to the water. Oh, and a little skunk. A skunk, and looks like a beaver. That's cute. There is the QR code on the front if you want to follow along at home using your Lego app. I'm assuming that's what it links to now. I've never actually scanned one. Well, let's see. It doesn't specifically state, but it says lego.com/apps. So I'm going to assume it takes you to an app, not just the instructions on the site. And we do have another separator piece, which is nice because I'm at my separator tree is at an odd piece right now, and I do need some more to fill that out. See, just how tall. Now, I do have more than this. This is just what was laying around the table when I decided to finally do something with those. I know in my spare parts bin there are more of those. So, also, kids go free with a paid adult ticket to Legoland. And Legoland, see, that's the Bay Area, I guess, because where it is Livermore. I guess you don't want to, I guess no one knows where Livermore is. People know the Bay Area. They don't, I guess it could be worse. Arizona, it's somewhere in the state of Arizona. There's some, good luck finding it. Michigan, same thing. Yeah, it's somewhere in Michigan. You know, I guess if you wander around long enough, you'll find it. All right, that's enough talking. This doesn't look like, should we have too many fiddly bits? There'll be fiddly bits, obviously. But, I mean, there's always fiddly bits. But it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. It looks like actually a fair bit of fiddly bits will go into our animals here. So I guess let's stop chitter-chattering and let's move directly into the fast forward and get her built. See you on the other end. And that is Lego Kit 31108 completed. I feel like I was a little off my game today. I had to backtrack, I think more times than usual. I don't know how obvious that is in video, but I had to backtrack, yeah, a few times here. I think on each section I had to backtrack at least once, which is not great. But here we are with the primary build done, the one on the front of the box. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. I like the truck. I mean, it's an interesting trade-off you get with Lego. Either you can have them be kind of like properly scaled to the figures, or you can have them be like actually detailed. And or maybe just I grew up with them being set to a smaller scale, not necessarily properly scaled, but done at a smaller scale. So I'm used to like there not being enough space in a vehicle for there to be actually 4 minifigures. It's actually 4 seats in here, if you can see underneath the surfboard / kayak there. Yeah, there is actually a full back seat. You can put more figures in here than actually come with the set, which is unusual for Lego. Also, I like how they've done the steering wheel here. Instead of using the standard, you know, like 70-year-old Lego steering wheel piece, we have a vault handle for the steering wheel, so it's adjustable. So not that many figures come in particularly mini sizes. I guess if the kid is here, he could use that lower setting. Windshield wipers are always kind of a neat detail, but I feel like usually they don't really work, and I feel this is one of those times where the windshield wipers don't really work for me. I may have to like at least turn them so they're not, because you know, if I was driving a vehicle and the windshield wiper was just constantly like in my face like that, that would annoy me. That would bother me. Also, while we're dealing with things that are not kind of standard Lego, we don't have the standard Lego car doors. We have constructed doors, and I really like the hatchback, although I do question why there are bars in it. Is this like, are they bounty hunters? Is this where they put their captured bounties? Because that looks like a holding area. There's like a seat. There's like a little holding area back in their car, so they can take. Maybe they're kidnappers. Maybe that's not their kid. That would explain why he has this look on his face. Because yeah, he has this worried look, and then he has a smile look. But I like the worried look. I'm not sure why he has it, but I like it. Also, I like the fact that he's got a little Lego space theme shirt there with a little spaceman on it. What I don't like is he's got the evil kid's legs that don't bend. I'm not a fan of those. I don't think they should exist. You have Kevin McAllister, or at least since Kevin McAllister showed us that we can have kids with bendable legs. We don't need to have the non-bendables anymore. Then we have what we can presume are either mom and dad or are bounty hunters or perhaps kidnappers. And dad has got a very similar face to the one from the camper van we did recently, only he has 2 faces, a big smiley and a, I don't know, slightly dissatisfied look. And then presumably mom, who looks like she had her hair done in the 1960s and got kind of a smirky face and her happy sunglasses face. We'll give her the sunglasses face because she's got the sunglasses on, and those look cool. So we have our fishing rod mount here. We have our little propane tank burner. That's become pretty standard in a lot of these camping sets. Now I think I have 4 or 5 of this general design now. We have some brick-built animals, which are interesting. The beaver is they're very abstract. I mean, I can tell just from a glance that it's meant to be a beaver, but they are very abstract. And then we have, that's why he has the look on his face, because of the skunk. That's why they're both looking like not particularly happy, because there's a skunk in their campsite. Again, a little abstract, but recognizable as a skunk. Kind of makes me think of like old 8-bit computer graphics, the way you'd render animals in that, as opposed to, you know, the realistic way you'd render them now. Or even like a cartoonish way, like the minifigures. Tree's a nice design. would fit well in my holiday village or winter village, but it won't go there. It'll stay here in the summer. And then finally we have the big boy. We have the Caravan itself, which very nicely does have little drop down legs so you can steady it when it's not attached to the vehicle. I guess like this. See, the awning, however, is not quite so steady. I have the older, I think 2016, like Winnebago style, which actually had a cloth one that rolled up, which was pretty nice. But I guess like this would be the travel version of that. Now, there is one very, very, very odd design choice on this. I don't know if you spotted it in building, but there's not one, but two windows to the toilet. So yeah, just like this massive window looks right in on the toilet stall. I'm not sure why you want to be able to look at people while you're dropping a deuce, or indeed see people, you know, I mean, there's no place to even stand in that compartment. So if you're in there, you're using that toilet, there's room for a bowl, a plunger, and a roll of toilet paper, and that's and you know, you can prop somebody up on there. But I mean, it's clearly if someone's in that space. Oh, well, that's not what I was trying to do. Let's see if we can just get Dad off of there and see how that looks from the outside. Put him on the toilet, and yeah, I mean, look, you can full on see the dudes in the toilet. It's an odd design choice for a Caravan. I haven't been in a ton of Caravans in my life, or campers, or RVs, or Winnebagos, but the ones I have been in did not have giant, massive windows in the toilet compartment. Although at least it does open up nice and wide to let out the smell. While we're inside the camper, we can look at, pop the roof off as well. Get out of there, we're on camera, dude. This is a family station. Channel. Network. It's YouTube, they don't allow that sort of thing. So we have the bed. Sadly, only one for Mom and Dad on this one. I guess Junior will have to sleep in the back. Maybe he sleeps in the cell. Maybe that's more proof that he's kidnapped. We do have the fold-away table and chairs. Do make sure you have all the food before you put the in your hands before you put the table down, because once you do it, you can't get back to the stove. And of course, we have our sink. We have our little cooker. We have a little bedside lamp by the bed. We have a flower in a vase, which feels like that's gonna fall down and get broken when you're driving around. And weirdly, and I don't know if you can see it on the camera here, but we have not a television by the bed, but what appears to be a computer monitor, because it's got windows and it appears to be password locked. So that's an interesting choice, to not do a TV but a computer monitor. Maybe it's a streaming device, and that's like the campground Wi-Fi they have to log into, so they can stream Disney Plus and watch the new Muppets Mayhem or something. New at the time I'm recording this anyways. But overall, the design is nice. It's got a good rounded look to it. It reminds me a little bit of the old Silly Symphonies with Goofy's trailer. I know they released like a Mickey and Minnie trailer, but it doesn't look like the one from the cartoon. If it looked like the one from the cartoon, I probably would buy it. But of course, then it wouldn't be an ages 4+. We do also have some external storage here, where we have. I was wondering why on the box what these were going to be, if they were like propane tanks or something, or batteries. But nope, they are actually storage. We have a camera in this one, and for some reason, I mean, and I would stop rolling away from me. I would not encourage you to do this when you're traveling. We have money in here. I wouldn't put money in the outside storage. I'd put money somewhere on the inside where people couldn't just, steal it so easily. And then when you're ready to roll, just locks right in the back there. And I think it's a similar lock to the other trailer items I have, so you could always mix and match with these. And you're good to go. You can't make it turn that tight. oddly, it feels like there actually should have been stickers for this, because those are clearly like license plate frames. And usually you would get some license plate stickers. They would be, you know, P31108 or something like that. And we didn't get that on this guy. I'm not complaining that it's not stickers. I would never be one to complain about there not being stickers. But it just, they are conspicuous by their absence, just because it's an obvious place for a license plate number to go. So I don't even think this kit's still available. I mean, not on the primary market. It was from 2020. So it's been 2.5, going on 3 years since this kit was originally released. But if you can find it, it's a pretty good kit. I'm not going to say it's the nicest thing I have in the camping set. I think the nicest of my builds, I'm not counting my wife's A-frame cabin, which is supposed to go in there this year. But the nicest of my builds, I think, is the Winnebago from, I think it was from 2016. That's kind of my favorite, but this is pretty nice. I do really like the truck design on this one, and the trailer is nice too. But, oh, we do have satellite. So maybe that's a login to the satellite. I don't know. I have no idea. It's a very odd choice to have a computer there instead of a TV monitor. I think that's the air conditioning control there, perhaps. Of course, we have another window that opens up here to vent out the smoke when you burn the food. So yeah, it's a nice kit. If you have a kid that's into camping, I think there's a fair amount of play value here. And of course, you know, if you get bored with this, you can always knock it apart and build one of the other two designs. I don't think you're going to use all the pieces in the other two. I really feel like the other version of the camper there is not going to use a lot of the red and the yellow. And if you look, the lighthouse is not going to use, well, I guess it's orange, not yellow. Well, there's orange and yellow too. I feel like the lighthouse, unless there's more stuff going on the inside, is also not gonna make proper use of everything. I feel like you won't have enough parts, I think, to make both of those. I think you'd run out of white pieces. But if you have a good amount of spares, you actually probably could build with a little supplementation from your own pile of extra bricks, or just, you know, order some off Lego.com. I feel like you could build both those two. And realistically, since there are no stickers or anything, there are no really unique printed pieces, you could probably order all of these parts off of like Lego.com or Rebrickable or something like that, and just build this kit from scratch using the instructions provided on Lego's website and app. But yeah, it's a nice set. I think I paid like $53 for it back in 2020. I think it sold for $60 or $65 normally. Like I said, I got it at Costco. But I think it's a pretty good value. I know the piece to price ratio might be a little high, especially if you paid full price, but I think it's a nice set. It's got some good playability for kids who want to, you know, have like a camping thing. And it's overall, it's a nice set, and it'll look good in the camping display, which I think the campground might actually be a little crowded this year with 3 new additions to it, plus a cabin. Gonna get bigger this year. But that about sums this up. The kit is built. My opinion is positive, and I will now thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it at all interesting and entertaining. If you did, give it a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next video.